Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Raise your hand if you've ever seen the 1967 Disney movie, The Jungle Book. Some of you knew what was coming before I asked. If you've seen the movie, then you're probably familiar with the song, I want to be like you. I want to be like you. I want to walk like you, talk like you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That song was sung in the movie by the character King Louie, the King of the Swingers. Fun fact, a lot of people think that King Louie was an orangutan, but that's not true. He was actually a creature that was indigenous to India, and that creature's name was a Gigantopithecus. I know, right? Easy for me to say. But the only reason I'm able to pronounce it is because I practiced by singing it. Gigantopithecus, Gigantopithecus. Anyway, Louie wants to be like the man cub Mowgli, because as Louie puts it, I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I want to share with you that I have said that same thing to so many people along the way in my life. I want to be like you. I want to be like you. The first person I said that to was my mom. As a child, I watched my mom, and she was so eloquent and talented. She was a great artist and musician and a wonderful teacher. She taught graphic arts at the local university and was one of those professors that everybody loved. My mom had a way of explaining things to people. She could share anything with anybody and they would know exactly what she was talking about. And I would always say, I want to be like you. I want to be like you. And then there was Terry, my friend. Terry, I worked with at the Strategic Petroleum Reserve for many years. And she and I worked really closely together, but she had this amazing confidence about her. And as closely as we worked and as much as we had in common with our background in education, I didn't have confidence like Terry. Terry would tackle any project with ease, while I was terrified to step out of my comfort zone. And so I would always say to Terry, I want to be like you. I want to be like you. And then there was Don Wharton, a Christian singer, songwriter, and entertainer that I met at a Sunday school teachers convention. I loved Don. He was so talented and funny. I love people that can make other people laugh. And I had the opportunity to talk with Don during one of the breaks. And what do you think I said? I want to be like you. I want to be like you. And then there was Jeannie Robertson. Jeannie Robertson was this amazing storyteller. She could share stories that had such great meaning and life lessons, and they were filled with humor. I first came across one of her videos 25 or 30 years ago and instantly became a fan of Jeannie's, and was until the day she died. I'm still a fan of Jeannie's. And one of the greatest gifts that I have ever received in my entire life was from my husband, AJ. He blessed me with tickets to go see Jeannie Robertson in person. And guess what? After the show, we got to do a meet and greet with Jeannie, and I met her. Any guesses what I said to Jeannie? I said, I want to be like you. I want to be like you. I loved Jeannie, and I definitely wanted to be like her, and I wanted to be like Terry and like Don and like my mom. And in 2011, I made a decision that would help me become more like those people that I so admired. I joined Toastmasters. Yes, Toastmasters. Through the Legacy Education Program, I became more eloquent like my mom. And I actually learned how to be a better mentor and teacher to other people. And within the first year of doing speeches, serving in meeting roles, and serving in leadership roles within the club in the district, I soared with confidence. My confidence grew so much that I had almost as much confidence as Terry. And then I went through the engaging humor path, and I learned how to be funny like Don Wharton. And then through all of my storytelling projects I did over the years, I learned how to build a story database and tell stories filled with life lessons and sometimes humor, like Jeannie Robertson. But that's not all. Through Toastmasters, I also learned how to write compelling blog posts, create a podcast, build a social media presence for my church and also for my own business, manage teams effectively, run an international campaign, do research where I learned words like remunerate and also Gigantopithecus, and so, so much more. Toastmasters has been an incredible journey for me. So my friends, especially the guests, my new friends, if there is anybody that you look at and you admire and you say to them, I want to be like you, I want to be like you, I'm here to tell you that you are in the right place, because Toastmasters is the perfect way to become more like those people you admire. Mr. Toastmaster?